Hello, everyone. I'm Marty Ken, along with my good buddy, Ken Brown. We are your host of Local Sports Wrap-Up here on Wine.Cable, Channel 15. Today is December 13th, 2021. It is a Monday, and I was late today. Ken, how you doing? How was your week, sir?
Awesome. It was a great weekend. Watched a lot of sports and played a lot of fantasy and did pretty good. It was a great weekend.
Great weekend? That's cool. I put up more Christmas lights. My house is slowly turning into the Griswolds. But I like doing that stuff. I had a good week, too. You know, it was a good weekend. And overall, I mean, I threw the ball well last Wednesday, and our bowling season started.
Okay.
And
how'd you guys do?
Well, the girls are 2-0 as of today. We had a bye. We only had one meet last week, so Trenton's 3-0. We get them tomorrow.
Okay.
So hopefully we can, it'll be competitive. I will say that. Trenton's got some good people throwing the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
But I couldn't be prouder. I mean, we didn't bowl extremely well the first week, but today we shot a couple of 700s, and I got a feeler out for my fourth and fifth spot.
Okay.
I got 3 girls that can throw the ball, and I'm still waiting for that. I got one 9th grader who's in the lineup, man. She's stepping up. She's at least she's filling 50% of her frames, you know, and that's the key. The key is just get me some marks, get me some spares.
Is that in a Baker game that she's filling in half of them?
Well, she did today. I mean, I kind of keep track of all that stuff. It's speaking of Bakers. I was mentioning last week we had that Baker tournament out at Town and Country Lanes in Wayne. And what's the term for the holidays? The crew of mislabeled toys or whatever? No, I love them. I treat all them girls like my daughter. I'll say that right now. And we didn't bowl a single game over 147 for 12 games.
Oh.
Okay, we had 120s in there, and yet we were in the 6th spot.
Okay.
We were in the 6th spot out of 14 teams for the whole shebang. We started in the 6th spot after 4 games, and we stayed in the 6th spot till the 12th game was up. And then what do? We get into the roll-off, and I was playing everybody, and that was part of the reason our numbers were down. But then I picked the 5 I thought, well, the 2 that I thought would help us the best, because I knew the 3. I mean, my 2 seniors and Angelita, they're going to bowl regardless, unless they got broken thumbs.
I got you.
And so get in that first Baker roll-off. We got a bowl Divine Child. And again, we didn't have a 2-game block over 270, I don't think. And we put 350 on Divine Child. Knocked the 3 seed right out of the picture. They were packing up and going home. And then we got to take on the number 1 seed. Okay, now that was Westland John Glenn.
Okay.
Okay, and that's their home house, Town and Country Lanes over there in Wayne. They were the number 1 seed. They lapped us by probably 300 pins. You know, I don't know. They were up there. I got the sheet in over there. We shot 390 against them.
Okay.
Or 375. And knocked them right out. I mean, the girls come out with like a 210 game. John Glenn shoots 160. It's 2 games total pin, knock them out. And they're 50-some pins behind. I said to the girls, as long as we just fill frames, they're not going to catch us. And I came down. It got close. They're a good team, you know. They were throwing strikes. But it came down to the 10th frame. And actually in the 9th frame, we needed 9 in the 9th frame and 9 in the 10th frame. And then if they struck out, they couldn't beat us. We win by 1.
Yeah.
I had it all figured out. And my 4th bowler in the 9th frame, she got 9. She left a split, but she got 1 of them. You know, so all my other bowlers. And then meanwhile, their 9th frame strikes. Girl throws the first one in the 10th. You know, here they come. You know, but Angelita threw one right in the pocket and left the 7th pin, and I shouted out before the girl could bowl her second ball. Match is over. Good job, ladies. You know, and everybody, like all the fans, were like, "What do you mean?" No, the match is over.
Yeah, I'm doing math over here.
Yeah, I was a math major, younger Marty. There, may not have got out of school, but I was a math major in college.
Right, I got you.
So, but the calculus my daughter does, I don't even have a clue. 40 years later, what the heck?
Looking at it,
No. So we got to buy that one. Then we had to bowl Airport, the number 2 seed, and we lost by 33. We shot 168 or something 165. They shot 198.
Okay.
But they threw the last 4. We could have. Angelita just didn't strike. She threw a good ball. We had a strike up in the 9th, so that made us stay, 33 down or whatever. So I said, well, as we've learned in these Baker games, ladies, you can be down a bunch and win. You can be up a bunch and lose, because we've done both over my my history with the team. So it was great. We by the 5th frame, we had a strike in the 4th, strike in the 5th, and my leadoff bowler threw an 8 count. If she makes the spare, we're even. We're going to make it all up. We made up 15 pins in 3 frames, and by the 6th frame, we were going to have the 33 made up. But she unfortunately missed the spare.
Okay.
And then we went miss after that. So what turned into was going to be a close match, Airport ran away with it. And, they bowled well. But for this team, my team, first tournament that I've never done well at, I said that before, the first one of the year, because everybody's just getting back in the bowling. Finished 2nd, and they got the medal.
Right.
I couldn't have been prouder.
Yeah, confidence boost, too.
Yes.
Girls are on cloud 9, so then that comes in today, and today you just start out rocking them, right?
You would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't quite work out that way. But we won all the Bakers, and we were up 10-0 today, and that's always nice. But we were 100 pins down in the first team game with 2 frames left, and we won the game.
Wow.
It was unbelievable. I got a couple of them could throw strikes, and I just get the other girls to fill frames. And Angelita threw the first one in the 10th. She was on a double. That was the ball game.
Yeah.
We only won by 17, but
a win's a win.
She gets upset when she doesn't bowl well, but she's clutch, And what do you get? I hate to lean on her every Baker game. We get in the 10th frame, she needs a mark or a double. But, she's been the anchor bowler now for 2 years. And, I got no problem with her bowling anchor.
No, that's good. So that sets up the battle of the undefeated tomorrow.
Yes.
Against Trenton.
Trenton's 3-0. We had a bye last week. We're 2-0. So we'll see. We're a team that knocks down the most pins wins. I hope bring their A game tomorrow. Summer bowled good today. She had a 220 and 375, 380. Angelita shot 385 and was disappointed.
Wow.
You know what I mean? She's averaged 190 almost today, and yet she's
I could do more, Coach.
Oh yeah,
Put me in, Coach.
She's disappointed she don't shoot 450. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
and the good news is she'll do it tomorrow.
when we
need
it.
Yeah.
Exactly, because we're starting to get better and better.
Yeah.
I will say that. But then again, all the teams will be.
Sure.
So we'll be talking. I'll either be a happy camper next Monday or because then it's 2-week break after tomorrow. We'll practice, but it's 2 weeks of competition. It's a good break. So the Lady Bears, Wyandotte Roosevelt bowling team, varsity, I couldn't be prouder of them. They won 2nd place at a tournament. I posted it on Facebook. I should have put the picture on the tube here. I have it with me on my phone. We could have showed their picture. They looked pretty happy.
That's good. That's good. They deserve it. Lady Bears bowlers doing their thing.
That's right. Get a hold of us, localsportswrapup@gmail.com. Let's go into wrestling. Our wrestling team is solid like the ladies bowling team. And by the way, the boys team, I believe, is 1-1.
Okay.
Right now, they lost a tough one to Carlson today. They went down 10-0 in the Bakers. They had the bottom 4th bowler and their anchor man throw all 3 strikes in the 10th to win the first game.
Okay.
Take 8 points out of the first game, but then the second game. So then now you got, now it's 11-8. It starts out 10-0. Now it's 11-8. You're in the match, and they didn't follow through in the second game, and they lost the match. But they're going to compete this year. They throw the ball well. And 2-handers just ripping it, ripping through it, 17 miles an hour, and my girls are throwing it 12 and 13. It's an amazing game to watch. That boys game.
Yeah.
So our wrestling team is solid. Wrestling got underway last Wednesday for some teams. Trenton hosted a quad that featured Wyandotte Roosevelt, Dearborn High, Riverview, and Trenton.
Yeah.
And how it works is you play two of the teams.
Mm-hmm.
And Roosevelt start out 2-0, the wrestlers. Dearborn and the host Trojans were 1-1, and Riverview was 0-2.
Right.
And Roosevelt start out the gate just flying.
Right.
53-24 against Dearborn.
And then they beat up on Riverview 55-18.
Nice.
You had a bunch of wins in 140, 145, 152. Valentine won it in 160.
Yeah, in Roosevelt won all 10 of the weight classes against the Riverview Pirates. And they won 9 head-to-head victories in the first match. Roosevelt versus Dearborn. Logan Stallings at 119, Gabe Gibbons 125, Blake Roberts 130, Christian Byrne 135, Max Biondo 145, Damon Keithley 189, and Steve Androni. I bet he's an offensive or a defensive lineman.
Androni.
He was on at 215. I guess the wrestlers, they like their big guys to get quick feet.
Yeah, like 215, barely over the 100, kind of like Evander Holyfield fighting in heavyweights. I got you. Yeah, somebody with the quickness still.
Well, yeah, in football, because, I mean, you played football, but did you wrestle?
No, wrestling's during basketball season, so I didn't get an opportunity to wrestle. But my friends that did, that was the best workout they ever had. I seen them running, and the wrestling room would be almost 200 degrees, it felt like. If you walk in there, you almost faint. You know, it was just hot in there. You know, so that
They
kept
were warming
a lot
up the room? Is that what
man.
you're saying?
Oh, man, they kept it hot. And you know, a lot of kids are just the conditioning part. I think that just to keep their stamina up, they wanted to make sure that the room was really warm.
Basketball does the same, though. Basketball, you guys are running them lines and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just talking about the sheer temperature of the room. I'm not exaggerating this. It's like a sauna in there. The thing about the Wyandotte Wrestling, they're actually following up where they had a state quarterfinals appearance last year. So to get the 2 wins is good, but it's also where they want to be, right? It's where they were last year. They were a really good team.
Yeah,
so,
they want to get back there.
Yeah, they want to get back there. So
And
yeah.
you do obviously always lose some seniors.
Yeah,
So, you know, you got to fill it in with that. You know, in the Riverview match, the same guys, you know, Biondo, Chabin, Valentine, they're all winning, you know. So I should have looked up the coach's name, but they're doing, what, I forget now. We talked about him last year.
Well, the good news is Joe Valentine is my neighbor.
Oh.
He's fighting at 160, and that's why I said his name. He's a good kid, man. I see him in the neighborhood doing stuff for seniors and stuff like
He's
that.
on Kings Highway over there? Oh,
Yeah,
give
go
away where
ahead,
you live?
Joe. Joe, good job, buddy.
Yeah, no kidding. That's pretty cool. So, bowling team, girls are doing fine. The wrestlers are doing fine. Well, we got the swimmers doing fine, too.
Yeah. Wyandotte Roosevelt actually took on Dearborn High. Host Roosevelt actually won all 12 events in the swimming and came away with a 122-51 victory over the Dearborn Pioneers. 122-51, doubled them up, right? Doubled them up.
It says here, Caden Save, Riley Green, Jack Faduva, they each won 2 individual events.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hey, Suave was first in the 200 freestyle with 2 minutes, time of 2 minutes and 2.6 seconds. And he was tops in the butterfly at 1 minute, 0.66.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
that's
job.
That's got to be just a 50-meter.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say this about swimming. That's another thing that'll keep them in shape. But apparently, the way the state, you can qualify for like regionals by posting a number. You know,
it's like an individual stat, kind of like track. I got you.
You post a number, you get invited to the regionals, go to the states kind of thing. So I don't know what that number is, but we'll find out.
Yeah, before the end of the season. And I think that that's the coolest thing. You know, like all the time coaches tell you, like, we're not playing against the other team. We're playing against ourselves, right? We're just trying to get better week to week, and we want to do this. And in swimming and track and things like that, those individual sports, you really can, right? You're playing against that opponent, but at the same time, if you do well, then if someone you're competing against does well, then you have a better chance to do well. I guess I'll say that to say, like, when we were being timed in the 40 or the 100-yard dash in high school, always wanted to run against a dude named Kercheval Patterson, who ended up winning the state championship, right? Because I wanna just like be on the rabbit. He's the rabbit, right? He's the rabbit, and I know that I can't beat him, but he's running so fast that it's gonna just push me to go faster.
Here comes Fluffy. You ever been to the dog track?
Yes.
Amazing thing. Yeah. Amazing thing. I went in Texas one time. I bowled all over this country with the ABC National Tournament. And one time, like a group of 5 of us went to the dog track. I had never been before. Amazing. You know, that little fake rabbit comes out. And them dogs just, now, has there been brutality with some of them dogs? Yes, but I'm not talking about that. The dogs come out of that gate, they want to destroy that little Fluffy.
Yeah.
Here comes Fluffy, the guy announcer would say right before the race.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to go when I went to school in Daytona Beach. We used to go to the
dog track down there.
Yeah, that was good.
So the swimmers were solid. Emerson McCara, he won the 200 individual medley, which you have to do the breaststroke, the butterfly, the backstroke, and the freestyle. Yeah. Each 50 meters.
Yeah, so. I'm tired thinking about it. Go. Yeah.
I can do the regular swimming, and I can do a pretty good butterfly. Could in the day. I don't know, this old Marty, he can't do any of it. I float around in my pool, it's 20 feet. I just take it easy back there. But that's good. And then in the 500 free, Daniel Kolsar, and then in diving, Dylan Marion was the only participant. He scored 142 points. I'm curious as to how many points you need to get, because the female that won the states had like 190. Oh no, they do it different there though. They had 3 rounds. I think she got into the 240s. I don't remember. Right. That's only a month ago, and I don't remember that.
You said that about those brain cells.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I can kill them on a weekly basis. On the flip side of all that, our girls' basketball is having a rough start. They've come out the gate 0-3. They're only 0-1 in the Downriver League, so that's not too terrible. But Carlson handed it to them the other night, Wednesday, I believe. Last Tuesday, 43-20. And I would just... I've never been a basketball coach. I've played the game, obviously, but Wyandotte had a little trouble getting the ball in the hoop. They scored 2 in the first quarter and 2 in the third quarter.
Yeah, that'll hurt you.
And their leading scorer, which we'll give her kudos, Morgan Kirby, she led the Bears, but led them with 5 points.
Okay.
So that's they only scored 20 though. She got a quarter of them.
Yeah. If we could triple her score, and then we can make it work, 15.
And everyone else. Well, I like you say, you get a young team. We were talking about that, and let's just see what, is it Atkins is the coach of the girls?
No, he's coaching boys now. Oh. So now you got Maurice Suave.
Oh, okay.
Maurice Suave.
He's coach of the girls?
I think it's maybe, I believe it's a young lady coach, to be honest with you, even though it's Maurice. It's Marisa. But they also had an opportunity to play Riverview Gabriel Richard on Thursday, and they lost 33-21. So they cut that the loss margin in half. So they only lost by 12 that day. So hopefully they're getting better. They're getting better. And just like you said with your bowlers, as the season goes on, you get better and better. So I'm sure that the zones and the pick and rolls and the different things they're doing is going to start working out.
Yeah, I mean it's just you gotta drill them, you gotta drill them. There's bowling drills, there's basketball drills, that. What's their schedule look like? They got coming up here.
Yeah, they actually play Southgate tomorrow at 7, and then that's what I got. They play Southgate tomorrow at 7.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have much over here either, but the Bears, like you say, could be a young team.
Yeah. Well, the good news on the round ball is that Wyandotte boys team, and they're actually doing really well.
Solid.
They actually won a game. They were down 21 points. They were down 21 points to...
At the half,
At the half, they were down 21 points to Grocio.
Oh, wow.
And they came back in the second half, and Jordan Trudell, I worked on his name, Trudell, had hit a three-pointer as time expired to win the game.
Nice.
And it's like March Madness all over. So shout out to Jordan. Thanks, Coach Ron Atkins, for giving us that information. We look forward to that. They're going to start league play this week. And they got 14 kids, 7 of them seniors, 4 sophomores, and 3 juniors. So they're somewhat got a good mix of veterans as well as newcomers.
How many seniors was that?
They got 7 seniors out of 14.
They'll lose half the team.
Yeah, but they got 4 sophomores that are actually on varsity. So that's 2 more years of, with that coaching and that tutelage, they're going to come up and do well. So we look forward to seeing how they do in league play this week. Good job, Coach, and Wyandotte.
Yeah, and after this week, everything shuts down for a couple of weeks because of Christmas break. There might be an occasional tournament, here and there.
All right.
But I know we shut down after tomorrow. We don't bowl till January.
Yep.
I mean, we don't compete till January. We'll bowl.
Yep.
I got to keep them. I always used to take that off, but this group I gotta work with some of the freshmen.
And when I played basketball, that was the biggest time. I mean, where we got a lot better because you'd have a couple games before Thanksgiving, and then that Thanksgiving break, it would be a lot of practice, a lot every day. And then that Christmas break, if there weren't tournaments, there was practice. You're just getting more because in that point, it doesn't really matter who you're playing. You just want to get games in, get comfortable in your sets and different things of that nature. So, no, I'm sure that he has them going. With 14 kids, obviously, they can scrimmage every day in practice and work on different things with the first and the second unit. So it's a good sign to them to have to be able to come back from 21 points down in somebody else's gym. I got other downriver scores, too. Plymouth actually beat Carlson 59-45. Dearborn Fortson actually beat Allen Park 63-47.
A solid team, they had taken care of.
Definitely. Fortson, they did well in football as well. Southgate beat up on Annapolis, Dearborn Heights, Annapolis 56-38. And then Carlson beat Flat Rock in a 40-37 game. And then we got the Wyandotte. They won that game on that last second shot by Jordan, 65-64. And then Woodhaven beat Thurston 68-42. So that kind of rounds out the boys.
Yeah, I got Rouge too. Rouge is 3-0, our local team to our south.
Yeah.
They're 3-0 in basketball. They beat Dearborn Heights Crestwood 72-50. So both them teams are scoring some points.
Yeah. I read that article. I looked into it, and the cool part was Rouge has won all 3 of those games by 22.
Oh,
all 3 of the games they won by 22. Their coach actually was with the Oates guy. Oates was in Romulus at some point in time when they were winning state championships. And then he went to Alabama to coach with Oates. And I know Oates coached at University of Buffalo before he went to Alabama. And then that guy actually also was like the Southfield Christian basketball coach, who was a powerhouse around here. And I know they won 4 state championships under him. So now he comes back from the college ranks and comes back to high school to coach down the street at River Rouge. So I know the Panthers are hot right now, right?
And the article said, too, he's like any coach. He says, well, we're really not clicking on all the things. We're 3-0. We won every game by 22. But we're really not clicking on all the things we're working on. We just got to get it a little. I said the same thing.
Right.
I just said it 10 or 20 minutes ago. I said, we're 2-0, but really we haven't bowled worth of crap,
And that's the best time to win when you're not playing well, right? The best time to win is when you're not playing well because you know that the future is bright, right? You got opportunity.
And he's saying the exact same thing. Well, we're still not, I still don't see him trapping and doing the things I want him doing, but, they're going to get there. They're going to get there. So that was cool. And local sports, hey, I got an email, and I want people to send us more emails because we can only find so much stuff out there. Nathan Giroir, Woodhaven Wrestling, he's going to U of M Ann Arbor.
So I've got to say,
he's got to be solid. They're not going to call anyone up that isn't solid on any of their teams.
Yeah. And I also want to give a shout out to a fan of ours. Her name's Dawn Howard. Thank you, Dawn, for watching the show. We really appreciate that. We need more people like you to email us and to call us and enjoy the show.
And let us know when we're looking for information you might have.
That's right.
If your kid, scores 48 points in a basketball game, email us. We'll talk about it. We are the local sports. Hockey kicked off. Wyandotte took care of Southgate in overtime on the 6th of December. And then there was a big mess on the 8th. Allen Park lost to Gabriel Richard in Riverview. Woodhaven took care of Etzel Ford 8-5. Troy beat Carlson 10-2. Orchard Lake St. Mary's beat Trenton 6-1. What's that all about,
And
Trenton?
that's 2 weeks in a row we haven't seen Trenton on the winning side.
What's that all about, Trenton? University of Liggett 9-1 over Wyandotte. They're apparently they're the powerhouse.
Yeah.
I remember playing them in JV when I coached that 8 or 9 years ago. They had girls playing goal. They weren't the strongest of teams. You know what I mean? Interesting. So they're the powerhouse of the division, I guess. And then this weekend, Friday on 12/17, over in Muskegon, Wyandotte and Woodhaven, Mona Shores, I want to say.
Yeah, that's it.
They're going to be at the Lakeshore Sports Center. Got a little mini Christmas tournament kicking off over there. So if you want to make a road trip to follow your hockey team here in Wyandotte, shoot on over to Muskegon. Nice. I've bowled in Muskegon so many times. The state tournament's always out there. Yeah. Nice to get out there by the water.
Yeah, it's
beautiful. Not in February, March when I go.
Not in December either. But no, Southgate, man, the interesting part is they actually played 2 overtime games in hockey this week. So they're getting better, I would say. Southgate is.
Yeah, they're competing, that's for sure. Well, as we wrap up, any thing going for you this coming week? Anything special? No?
Atlanta got 29.
Yeah, the 29 pole got hit again. Not that we condone that game of chance.
Yeah.
I saw who was on it. I can't remember.
MVP.
Yeah, okay. A guy that bowls with me.
Yeah, that's good.
One of my bowling buddies.
Yeah.
Second year guy. He was in it last year, too.
That's good, yeah.
So it's always good to get a piece of it. All right, so I want to say hi, Mom. I went and visited Mom the other day. I brought her a radio, so now she can listen to music instead of staring at Channel 4 all day. I love her dearly, but it's getting monotonous in there.
I know.
And Dad's doing good?
Yeah, everybody's
good to
doing
hear
well.
it. Kids coming home?
Yeah, they'll be home closer to Christmas. They're finishing up exams and working until the time to come home for the break.
Julia's coming home, I think, Wednesday.
Okay.
She just got a B- in calculus, biochemistry, physics, or some crazy.
So we're celebrating.
Calculus, physics. I got it on my phone, the name of that class. It's ridiculous. It's the hardest class she ever took, she said.
I believe it. Hey, speaking of Julia Kennedy, my daughter turned 21 on the 9th.
Oh, happy birthday, Kennedy.
Happy birthday, yeah.
Can't wait to see you again.
Yeah,
now that you're 21,
yeah,
we'll have some fun with that.
That's right.
All right, as Marty Chinesky, my buddy Ken Brown, we will see you in a week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, catch us on YouTube. Email us, localsportswrapup@gmail.com. We will be back in a week to follow up and everything, and then there's a 2-week hiatus. We'll find something to talk about.
Definitely.
Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.